Self-Discipline: How to Conquer Yourself and Achieve Anything, written and published by BookTube. Have you ever felt like you're just one decision away from achieving something big, but you keep getting distracted or putting it off? What if I told you that self-discipline is the key to unlocking your potential? Briefly introduce Martin Meadows and his mission, helping people understand how to cultivate self-discipline to transform their lives. In this video, we're diving deep into the powerful principles from Self-Discipline, how to conquer yourself and achieve anything, and I'll show you how to apply them to crush procrastination, stick to your goals, and build the life you want. Chapter 1. The Power of Self-Discipline. Introduction to Self-Discipline. Begin with an engaging question or analogy that resonates with the audience. Have you ever set a goal? Maybe it was to get fit, write a book, or save money, and then, for some reason, couldn't follow through. What if I told you the secret to achieving anything you want is simple, and it's called self-discipline? Michael Jordan's intense work ethic, Warren Buffett's disciplined investment strategies, K.P. Rowling overcoming rejection to finish Harry Potter. These examples show that while talent is important, self-discipline is the true force that enables individuals to push through challenges and reach their full potential. Success doesn't come from one huge leap. It's a consistent, daily effort that compounds over time. Imagine someone who works on their goal 1% better every day. Over time, this small improvement leads to huge results. The self-discipline formula. Share a simple formula: self-discipline equals control plus consistency. Explain that control is about managing impulses and distractions, while consistency is about maintaining that control over time to achieve long-term success. The science behind self-discipline. Add a scientific touch to make it more credible. Effort. The role of the prefrontal cortex. Talk about how the brain's prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for decision-making, impulse control, and planning, is what allows us to practice self-discipline. Discuss how this area becomes stronger with practice, just like a muscle. The more we use it, the better we get at self-control. Use the famous marshmallow experiment by Walter Mischel to illustrate the importance of delayed gratification. In this experiment, children who could wait for a second marshmallow were more successful later in life. Explain how self-discipline involves choosing long-term rewards over short-term pleasures. Willpower as a limited resource. Introduce the concept that willpower is like a battery. When you use it too much throughout the day, it becomes depleted. This is why establishing good habits and routines early on in the day is so crucial. How self-discipline affects every aspect of life. Show how self-discipline permeates all areas of success. In health, staying committed to healthy eating and exercise routines despite temptations. In wealth, sticking to a savings or investment plan, even when spending on short-term desires feels tempting. In relationships, consistently showing up for loved ones, being patient, and resolving conflicts calmly, even when it's difficult. The role of self-discipline in overcoming obstacles. Now, shift the focus to how self-discipline is especially important in overcoming challenges. I believe that. The importance of self-discipline builds the resilience needed to face and overcome obstacles. It helps you keep going even when things get tough. Share how people who consistently practice self-discipline are less likely to give up when faced with difficulties, such as keeping Apple official secrets for the press of the millions of staff he had in Berlin. Steve Jobs and his return to Apple, using self-discipline and vision to turn the company around after he was fired. Thomas Edison, whose countless failures led to the invention of the light bulb, exemplifying perseverance and discipline over failure. Mental toughness. Self-discipline is linked to mental toughness, the ability to stay focused, push through discomfort, and keep making progress despite setbacks. how to cultivate self-discipline. Start planting the seeds for the next sections where you will provide strategies. Start small. Emphasize the importance of starting with small, manageable goals. Don't try to overhaul your entire life at once. Just like building a muscle, self-discipline grows over time. Begin by focusing on one area you want to improve and work on. Consistently. Consistency is key. Self-discipline isn't about perfection, it's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. Create simple, achievable actions, like writing 300 words a day or running for 15 minutes, to practice consistently. Reinforce the key idea. Self-discipline is the foundation of every success story. It's not the big moments that lead to achievement, but the small, everyday choices that you remind the audience that anyone can develop self-discipline. It's about making small, intentional choices that add up over time. By cultivating self-discipline, you gain the ability to shape your future. Here's what's next. In the next section, we'll dive into why we often procrastinate and get distracted, and how you can overcome these mental roadblocks to strengthen your self-discipline even further. By breaking down the concept of self-discipline in this section, you've set a strong foundation for the rest of the video. The goal is to not only inform the viewer but inspire them to start taking control of their actions and thoughts, to build the discipline needed for achieving their goals. Chapter 2. The Psychology Behind Procrastination and Distraction. Introduction to Procrastination. Begin this section by posing a relatable question. How many times have you found yourself putting off an important task, even though you know it's essential for your future success? We've all been there. But why do we procrastinate, especially when we know the consequences? Definition: procrastination is the act of delaying or avoiding tasks, even when we know that putting them off can lead to negative consequences. The paradox of procrastination. We often feel worse the longer we procrastinate, yet it's easy to fall into the trap. Understanding the psychology behind this can help break the cycle. The science of procrastination. Why we do it. Delve into the psychology of procrastination by explaining the brain's response. Instant gratification versus long-term goals. The human brain is wired for immediate rewards. This is tied to the limbic system, the part of the brain that controls emotions and instant gratification. When faced with a challenging task, our brain may prefer short-term pleasures, like checking social media or watching TV, over the long-term benefits of completing a task. The prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is responsible for higher-order functions like decision-making, self-retrieve, and planning. However, this part of the brain can be overwhelmed when facing tasks that require effort and focus. Procrastination often occurs because the limbic system, desiring comfort and immediate reward, is more active than the prefrontal cortex, which controls long-term planning. The role of anxiety and fear of failure, fear of success, or even perfectionism, can cause procrastination. We delay starting because we're afraid we won't be perfect, or we're afraid of the potential outcome. This is where avoidance behavior kicks in, where we push away unpleasant tasks to avoid confronting our fear. Decision fatigue. Each decision we make throughout the day drains our mental energy. By the time we face a difficult task, we may be mentally exhausted, leading us to procrastinate and avoid it, opting instead for easier, less mentally taxing options. Wow! Distractions are everywhere, especially in the digital age. Explain how distractions hijack our attention and affect our productivity. The role of technology and social media, smartphones, social media, and constant notifications are designed to capture our attention. The dopamine release we get from scrolling, likes, and instant messages can make it difficult to focus on more meaningful, long-term tasks. Explain how technology is designed to be addictive, constantly pulling us away from what's important. The myth of multitask. Many people believe they can juggle multiple tasks at once. However, research shows that multitasking actually decreases productivity and can lead to mental fatigue. Multitasking makes it harder for your brain to focus, and you end up completing tasks with less quality or attention than you would otherwise. Your environment plays a massive role in maintaining focus. Whether it's a cluttered desk, noisy surroundings, or interruptions from others, these environmental factors add up and lead to distractions that derail productivity. Even small distractions can break your focus, and it can take up to 23 minutes to fully get back into a task once interrupted. Psychological tricks that prolong procrastination. Discuss how certain cognitive biases and behaviors contribute to procrastination. The "I'll do it later" bias. This is when we tell ourselves that we'll complete the task later, often when the consequences are more urgent or when we feel more motivated. This leads to chronic delays and the piling up of tasks. The all or nothing thinking. Some people procrastinate because they believe that if they can't complete a task perfectly, there's no point in starting. This perfectionism leads to paralyzing fear and indecision, which delays progress. Cognitive dissonance. When our actions don't align with our values or goals, it creates internal conflict, cognitive dissonance, which is uncomfortable. To ease this discomfort, we procrastinate, distracting ourselves with easier tasks. The planning fallacy. This is when we underestimate how long a task will take, which leads us to procrastinate, thinking we have more time than we really do. We often believe that we'll be able to catch up later, which sets us up for failure. How procrastination affects our lives. Here, emphasize the real-life consequences of chronic procrastination, stress, and anxiety. Procrastination creates a cycle of stress. The longer we delay, the more pressure we feel to complete the task in a shorter amount of time, leading to last-minute rushes and feelings of anxiety. Constantly putting off important tasks can erode your self-confidence. You begin to feel as though you are incapable of achieving your goals or following through on your commitments. Lost opportunities. Procrastination leads to missed opportunities, whether it's not submitting an application on time, missing deadlines at work, or not pursuing personal goals. Procrastination can derail your dreams and aspirations. Strategies to overcome procrastination and distractions provide actionable strategies for combating procrastination and minimizing distractions. Tackling big tasks can feel overwhelming, so break them down into smaller, actionable steps. This makes it easier to start and stay consistent without feeling paralyzed. Use the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it right away. This simple rule helps overcome procrastination by eliminating small tasks that might otherwise pile up. Time blocking. Encourage viewers to block out specific time slots for focused work. For example, work for 25 minutes using a timer, then take a 5-minute break. This method, known as the Pomodoro technique, helps maintain focus by balancing work and rest. Create a productive environment. Remove distractions from your work area. Turn off notifications, close unrelated tabs, and keep your environment clean and organized. Set boundaries with others during your focused work time. Use accountability. Tell someone about your goals or deadlines, or even ask them to check in with you regularly. The fear of letting someone down or being accountable increases the likelihood that you'll stay on task. Visualize the benefits of completion. Visualization can be a powerful tool. Imagine the positive emotions and results you'll experience once the task is done. This mental imagery can provide the motivation to push through procrastination. Conclusion: breaking the procrastination cycle wrap-up by reminding viewers that procrastination is a natural part of being human, but it can be overcome with awareness and intentional action. Procrastination is a habit, and like any habit, it can be changed. Understanding the psychology behind it is the first step in breaking free. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment to start. The best time is now. Commit to taking the first small step, and soon enough, you'll build the momentum to crush your goals. Tease the next section. Now that we've tackled why we procrastinate and get distracted, let's look at how you can build new habits that will make self-discipline easier and more natural. This section not only educates the viewer on why procrastination and distractions happen, but also gives them practical tools to regain control over their focus and work habits. It encourages viewers to take immediate action, ensuring they feel empowered to tackle their procrastination head-on. Chapter 3. Building Habits for Success. Introduction. Why habits matter. Start by connecting the importance of habits with success. Your habits are the invisible force shaping your life. In fact, most of what we do every day is driven by habits, whether they're helping us move closer to our goals or keeping us stuck in the same place. Today we'll explore how to harness the power of habits to build the life you want. The power of small habits reminds viewers that small habits, done consistently over time, can lead to monumental changes. It's not about huge, drastic changes, but rather about committing to daily, incremental progress. Understanding how habits work to help viewers build their own habits. Start by explaining the science behind how habits are formed. The habit loop. Introduce the habit loop, a concept popularized by Charles Duhigg in his book The Power of Habit. The loop consists of three main elements. 1. Cue, the trigger that initiates the habit of drinking coffee. 2. Routine, the behavior or action you take in response to the cue, making the coffee. 3. Reward, the benefit you get from completing the habit, the energy boost from caffeine. Explain how habits are ingrained through repetition and how the brain looks for rewards. The more often the loop is repeated, the stronger the habit becomes. Neuroplasticity and habit formation explain that our brain is capable of rewiring itself through repeated actions. When we engage in a behavior consistently, the brain forms new neural connections, and over time, the habit becomes automatic. The importance of consistency. Talk about why consistency is key to habit building. Consistency over perfection. One of the biggest myths is that success comes from doing something perfectly. The truth is, small, consistent actions build the foundation for success. Even if you mess up or miss a day, it's more important to keep going. Momentum. Once a habit is established, it builds its own momentum. Like rolling a snowball down a hill, the more you practice, the easier it gets. Consistency leads to automaticity, where the behavior no longer feels like a conscious effort. Encourage viewers to track their habits. Use habit trackers, journals, or apps to keep a visible record of progress. This can boost motivation by showing how far they've come, and it can help identify areas where they might need to adjust. How to start building new habits. Provide a step-by-step guide on how to create new habits that align with their goals. Start with one habit at a time. Focusing on one new habit at a time prevents overwhelming yourself. Trying to make multiple changes at once often leads to failure. Choose the habit that will have the most significant impact on your life and focus on that. Make it small and specific. Instead of vague goals like, I want to exercise more, set a specific goal like, I will walk for 20 minutes every morning before work. The more specific and actionable your habit is, the easier it is to stick to. Use habit stacking. This technique involves linking a new habit to an existing one. For example, after I brush my teeth, I will meditate for 5 minutes. By piggybacking on an already established routine, you make the new habit easier to remember and integrate into your day. Set clear cues. The cue is the trigger that reminds you to start your habit. Make sure it's obvious and easy to notice. For example, setting your workout clothes out the night before can serve as a visual cue to work out in the morning. How to make your habit stick. Once the habit has been started, now it's time to ensure it sticks. Build your environment for success. Your environment plays a huge role in reinforcing your habits. Make it easier to stick to your new habits by creating a space that encourages them. For example, if you want to read more, leave books in places you frequent, like next to your bed or on the kitchen counter. Remove temptations. Minimize the presence of distractions or temptations that might derail your progress. If you're trying to eat healthier, remove junk food from your house. If you're trying to focus, turn off social media notifications and apps that might distract you. Make it enjoyable. Habits that are associated with pleasure are far more likely to stick. If you want to exercise, find a form of movement you enjoy, whether it's dancing, hiking, or playing a sport. If you enjoy what you're doing, it's easier to continue. Start small, increase gradually. Avoid the trap of going too hard, too fast. Gradually increase the difficulty or time commitment of your habit. If you're building an exercise habit, start with 10-minute workouts and slowly increase the duration as it becomes a natural part of your routine. Overcoming obstacles to building habits. Acknowledge that setbacks and obstacles are part of the habit-building process. Expect resistance. It's normal to face resistance when starting a new habit. Your brain might push back against the change, but persistence is key. Focus on getting through the initial discomfort. Deal with missed days. If you miss a day or two, don't get discouraged. Life happens. Instead of giving up, just get back on track as soon as possible. View any setback as a temporary slip-up rather than a failure. Identify and address barriers. Reflect on what's preventing you from sticking to your habit. Is it lack of time, energy, motivation? Once you identify the barriers, you can address them and make adjustments to your plan. For example, if time is an issue, wake up 15 minutes earlier to complete your habit. The role of rewards in habit formation. Discuss how rewards play a crucial role in reinforcing good habits. Immediate rewards. The brain loves immediate rewards. After completing a task, reward yourself in a way that reinforces the behavior. For example, after a workout, treat yourself to a relaxing bath or watch a favorite show. The power of self-celebration. Self-praise can be a powerful motivator. Celebrate each small victory. Give yourself a pat on the back for completing the habit, even if it's something small like completing your morning routine. Positive reinforcement makes you more likely to repeat the habit. Link your new habits to your larger goals. If you're building a reading habit, remind yourself that each book brings you closer to becoming more knowledgeable in your field or fulfilling a personal goal. Habit mastery and long-term success. Finally, talk about how habits compound over time and lead to lasting success, the compound effect. Just like small investments can grow into large fortunes over time, small daily habits compound into significant success. The key is consistency. One small action today builds on tomorrow, and eventually you'll achieve your big goals without even realizing it. The importance of reflection. Are they still serving you? Are they getting you closer to your goals? Regular reflection ensures you're on the right path and helps you adjust when needed. Conclusion of Chapter 3. Conclude this chapter by reinforcing that habits are the foundation of self-discipline and success. Building habits is the key to transforming your life. Whether it's reading, working out, or saving money, your habits determine your success. And by making them small, consistent, and enjoyable, you can make them stick, turning them into powerful forces that propel you toward your goals. Encouragement to help you start doing this is found in the section dealing with tracking transactions and transformational tasks. And focus on it for the next 30 days. By then, you'll be well on your way to building a success-orientated life, one habit at a time. Tease the next section. In the next chapter, we'll dive deeper into how to master your environment to make sure you're setting yourself up for success every day. Stay tuned. This section provides viewers with not only an understanding of how habits work, but also practical strategies to build lasting, success-driven habits that reinforce self-discipline. By focusing on consistency, small steps, and overcoming obstacles, viewers are empowered to take control of their habits and start seeing real change. Chapter 4. Mastering your environment. Introduction. The power of environment in shaping our behavior. Start by discussing the importance of our environment in influencing our actions and behavior. Have you ever noticed how certain environments make you feel more productive, while others make you feel lazy or distracted? Our environment plays a huge role in shaping our habits, choices, and overall success. The people we interact with, the spaces we inhabit, and the things we expose ourselves to daily can either help or hinder our journey to achieving self-discipline. Environment as a silent influence. Your surroundings, from the physical space to your social circle, create invisible forces that shape your actions. By mastering your environment, you can align it with your goals and make self-discipline much easier. The link between environment and self-discipline. Dive into the psychological and practical reasons why environment matters. The law of least effort. Our brains are wired to conserve energy. We tend to choose the path of least resistance, and if our environment makes good behavior easier, we're more likely to do it. For example, if your gym clothes are always laid out in the morning, it's easier to start working out than if you have to go searching for them. Environmental cues and triggers. Our environment is filled with cues that trigger specific behaviors. If you want to develop a habit of reading, for instance, place a book on your bed or next to your favorite chair. These simple cues prompt your brain to start the desired behavior, behavioral design. Explain the concept of behavioral design, the idea that we can intentionally design our environment to make desired behaviors automatic. For example, creating a study corner free from distractions can make it easier to focus on learning or working. Mastering your physical environment. This section explores how to optimize your physical surroundings to enhance focus, productivity, and overall success. Clutter and organize. A cluttered environment can overwhelm the brain and make it difficult to concentrate. Discuss how tidying up your workspace or living area helps reduce stress and improves focus. Tips. Start by clearing your desk or working space of non-essential items. Use organizational tools such as drawers, boxes, and filing cabinets to keep everything in order. Digital clutter. Don't forget your digital environment. Clear your desktop, organize files, and limit notifications on your phone or computer to reduce distractions. Create dedicated space. Establish specific areas for different activities. For example, have a designated space for work, a space for relaxation, and a space for exercise. This helps your brain associate these areas with specific actions, making it easier to switch into work mode or relaxation mode. Lighting and ambiance. The lighting and ambience in your environment affect your mood and productivity. Natural light is ideal for productivity, but if that's not possible, try investing in good lighting that reduces eye strain. You can also use plants, artwork, or calming music to set a positive and motivating atmosphere. Your environment should be designed to minimize temptations. If you're trying to eat healthily, remove unhealthy snacks from your house. If you're trying to cut down on social media use, remove apps from your phone or put your phone out of sight while working. Mastering your social environment. Your social circle is just as important as your physical space. This section addresses how the people around you influence your habits and behavior, the influence of others. People in your life, whether they're friends, family, or co-workers, can either support your goals or pull you off track. Surround yourself with people who inspire, encourage, and hold you accountable. Research has shown that the people we spend the most time with have a huge impact on our behavior and success. The power of positive peer pressure. Positive peer pressure can be a great motivator. If you have friends who are health conscious or ambitious, spending time with them can encourage you to adopt similar habits. On the other hand, if your circle is full of negativity or distraction, it may be harder to stay disciplined. Supportive. Find someone who shares your goals or is willing to support you in your journey. This person can check in on your progress, offer encouragement, and help you stay focused on your goals. Knowing someone else is invested in your success can be a powerful motivator. Setting boundaries with negative influences. Sometimes, the best way to improve your social environment is to set boundaries. If certain relationships or social activities consistently derail your progress, it might be time to distance yourself. This doesn't mean severing ties, but learning how to protect your energy and focus. Mastering your digital environment in today's digital age, our devices are often the biggest distractions. Help viewers take control of their digital environments. Digital detox. One of the first steps in mastering your digital environment is to take regular breaks from screens. Explain the benefits of digital detoxes, such as increased focus and mental clarity. Encourage viewers to take time each day or week to unplug from their devices. Manage social media. Social media is designed to be addictive and can easily waste hours of our time. Discuss strategies for managing social media usage. Set specific time limits for checking social media use apps that block distracting sites during work hours. Caricature feeds to follow people who inspire or educate you rather than those who waste your time. Organize your digital space. Just like physical clutter, digital clutter can lead to overwhelm. Help viewers organize their files, emails, and apps. Remove distractions from your home screen, turn off unnecessary notifications, and use productivity tools like time tracking apps to stay on task. Use technology to enhance productivity. Share how technology can be used to enhance focus and productivity. Recommend apps like Trello for project management, Notion for note-taking, or Forest for focused work time. These tools can help structure your day and reduce procrastination, creating the ideal environment for personal growth. Talk about how to design your environment in a way that aligns with your long-term goals and personal growth. Visualize your success. Surround yourself with visual reminders of your goals. This could be a vision board, a daily affirmation wall, or simply a list of your goals where you can see them regularly. These visual cues act as powerful motivators to keep moving forward. Develop routines. Build routines that support your goals. For example, if you're focused on improving your physical health, your routine might involve regular meal prep, exercise, and sleep hygiene. Your environment should support these routines by having the necessary tools and conditions in place, keeping gym clothes ready, healthy snacks available, or a calming bedtime environment. Incorporate personal growth tools. Create a space for personal growth by including resources that inspire you. Keep books, podcasts, or motivational content within easy reach. Surround yourself with materials that challenge your thinking and push you toward your potential. How to stay flexible in your environment mastery. While it's important to structure your environment for success, you also need to remain adaptable. Adjust to changing circumstances. Life changes, and so does your environment. Be prepared to adjust your physical, social, and digital surroundings based on evolving goals or life stages. For example, if you're moving into a new house or starting a new job, make sure your environment aligns with your new needs and ambitions. Balance structure with flexibility. Overstructuring your environment can lead to rigidity. Leave space for flexibility and spontaneity. For example, while it's great to have a work area free from distractions, it's also important to take breaks and engage in unstructured activities that recharge you mentally. Conclusion: mastering your environment for lasting success. Conclude this chapter by reinforcing the idea that mastering your environment is a key to long-term success and self-discipline. Your environment doesn't just influence your behavior, it shapes who you become. By taking control of the spaces you inhabit, the people you associate with, and the digital world you engage with, you set yourself up for success. Your environment can either drag you down or push you towards your dreams. So make sure it's working for you, not against you. Encouragement. We'll talk about the importance of maintaining motivation and staying consistent in your pursuit of success. Stay tuned. This chapter emphasizes the importance of shaping your environment to match your goals and supports the viewer in taking practical steps to design their physical, social, and digital spaces for success. By controlling external influences, viewers can make self-discipline much easier, setting themselves up for sustained personal growth and achievement. Chapter 5. The Importance of Willpower and Mental Toughness. Introduction. Understanding willpower and mental toughness. Begin by defining what willpower and mental toughness are and why they are crucial for self-discipline. Willpower and mental toughness are the inner strength that keeps us going when everything else in our life might be pulling us away from our goals. These traits allow us to resist temptations, push through adversity, and stay focused even when faced with discomfort or uncertainty. What's willpower? Willpower is the ability to control one's actions, emotions, and behaviors to achieve a specific goal. It's the power to make choices that align with your long-term values rather than succumbing to immediate gratification. What is mental toughness? Mental toughness is the ability to stay calm, focused, and resilient under pressure, setbacks, and challenges. It involves pushing yourself beyond perceived limits, staying determined, and refusing to give up when the going gets tough. The science of willpower. This section explains the psychology and physiology behind willpower. Limited resource theory. Willpower is often compared to a muscle. It's strong at first, but it can become depleted after use. Studies show that just like physical exertion, your willpower can be drained by making too many decisions or facing too many temptations. This is why self-discipline tends to falter in the evenings after a long day of decision-making, whence the power to make good or to make the right decision, for example, adopting habits like wearing the same clothes every day or planning your meals in advance, can reduce decision fatigue. Self-control and the prefrontal cortex. The brain's prefrontal cortex is responsible for self-retrieve, but it can be overwhelmed. When the prefrontal cortex is overused, it becomes fatigued, which makes it harder to resist temptations and stay focused. Regular practice of self-discipline strengthens this area of the brain, making it easier to exercise willpower in the future. Willpower is a habit. Willpower can be developed like a muscle. It gets stronger with consistent practice and use. The more you practice self-truth in small situations, the more you'll build mental toughness to handle larger challenges. The importance of mental toughness. Now, let's dive into why mental toughness is vital for overcoming obstacles and achieving long-term success, facing adversity. Life is full of obstacles, from unexpected setbacks to intense challenges. Mental toughness is what allows us to face adversity head-on without giving up. It's the grit that makes you keep going when things get tough. Endurance and persistence. Mental toughness is also about persistence. It's easy to feel discouraged when results don't appear quickly, but mental toughness allows you to keep going, even when progress is slow or setbacks occur. Think of successful people who didn't succeed overnight. They persisted, adapted, and ultimately triumphed through mental resilience. Often, we shy away from discomfort. But growth and success are often born out of discomfort, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental discomfort. Learning to embrace it and push through it is a key component of mental toughness. Developing willpower, practical strategies to strengthen willpower. Practice delay of gratification. One of the core components of willpower is the ability to delay gratification. Encourage viewers to practice this skill daily. For example, if you're tempted to check your phone, remind yourself to wait 15 minutes before doing so. Small acts of resisting immediate desires can increase willpower over time. The 10-minute rule teach viewers a strategy called the 10-minute rule. When you feel tempted or unmotivated, commit to focusing on the task at hand for just 10 more minutes. Often, this small commitment leads to longer periods of focus. Strengthen your self-control in small ways. Like mental toughness, willpower can be trained through small, everyday tasks. For example, commit to making your bed every morning or taking the stairs instead of the elevator. These small actions help build mental muscle and prepare you for bigger challenges. Planning ahead for temptations or obstacles is a powerful tool in willpower. Use the if-then strategy. If I feel the urge to procrastinate, then I'll spend the next 10 minutes working on my task. By anticipating potential roadblocks, you give yourself a plan of action to stay on course. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness exercises help you build self-awareness and self-retreat. By practicing mindfulness, you become more aware of your impulses and can choose to resist them. Meditation, journaling, or simply taking a few deep breaths can give you the mental clarity needed to make better decisions and resist temptation. Mental toughness, building resilience. In this section, focus on strategies for cultivating mental toughness. Mental toughness is rooted in a growth mindset. Mental toughness is rooted in a growth mindset. This means believing that your abilities can be developed through hard work, learning, and perseverance. A growth mindset shifts your perspective from "I can't do this" to "I can't do this yet." This allows you to see failure as an opportunity to learn rather than as a permanent defeat. Visualization. Athletes and high achievers often use visualization to improve mental toughness. By mentally rehearsing the challenges you will face, you prepare your mind to stay strong when those challenges arise. Visualize yourself succeeding, staying focused, and pushing through adversity. Positive self-talk. Teach your viewers to use positive affirmations and self-talk when they encounter tough situations. Replace thoughts like "this is too hard" with "I've overcome challenges before and I can handle this." Reframing negative thoughts strengthens mental toughness and helps maintain motivation during difficult times. Focus on what you can control. Mental toughness thrives when you focus on things within your control and let go of what you can't control. For instance, You can't control the weather or other people's actions, but you can control your response to those external factors. This shift in focus prevents frustration and builds inner strength. The role of rest and recovery in willpower and mental toughness. While it's important to push yourself, it's equally crucial to rest and recover. The balance between effort and recovery, just as physical exercise requires rest, mental strength needs recovery. Discuss the importance of taking breaks to avoid burnout and allow your mind to recharge. Regular rest prevents willpower depletion and helps you come back even stronger. Sleep and mental toughness. Sleep plays a crucial role in willpower and resilience. Encourage viewers to prioritize rest, as it improves cognitive function, decision-making, and emotional regulation. Good sleep habits directly impact their ability to stay disciplined. Overcoming setbacks with mental toughness. Setbacks are inevitable, but how you respond to them defines your success. Here's how mental toughness can help. Embrace failure as feedback. Reframe failure as a learning experience. Every time you stumble or encounter a challenge, it's an opportunity to learn and grow. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This mindset keeps you from getting discouraged and helps you maintain your motivation. Resilience in the face of adversity. When facing personal, professional, or emotional setbacks, remind your viewers that resilience is key. Rebound quickly from adversity by staying solution-focused. Cultivate the ability to adapt, learn from the experience, and move forward. Conclusion. Strengthening willpower and mental toughness. Wrap up this chapter by summarizing the key points and emphasizing the importance of willpower and mental toughness in achieving success. Building willpower and mental toughness is not about being perfect. It's about consistency, resilience, and refusing to give up when things get tough. Every time you push through a challenge, you're strengthening your ability to handle even greater obstacles in the future. Don't get discouraged if you struggle at first. The more you practice willpower and mental toughness, the easier it becomes to handle tough situations. With time and commitment, you'll find that your mental resilience is stronger than ever. Tease the next section. In the next chapter, we'll dive into how to maintain consistent motivation over the long term. Stay tuned for practical strategies to keep your drive alive and stay on track. This chapter will provide your viewers with actionable insights into strengthening their willpower and mental toughness. By learning how to push through adversity, make disciplined choices, and build resilience, they can overcome obstacles and consistently move toward their goals. Chapter 6. Overcoming setbacks and staying on track. Introduction. Why setbacks are inevitable but not defeated. Begin by framing setbacks as a natural part of any journey. Everyone faces obstacles, but it's how we respond to them that determines our success. Setbacks are an inevitable part of the process. In fact, every successful person has faced some form of failure or setback. The key is not to let setbacks derail you. It's about how you get back up, adjust your strategy, and keep moving forward. The role of setbacks in success. Setbacks are not signs of failure. Rather, they are opportunities to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. Share a brief story or example of someone who experienced significant setbacks, Thomas Edison, J.K. Rowling, or Steve Jobs, to highlight the importance of persistence in overcoming challenges. The emotional toll of setbacks. Acknowledge the emotional response that setbacks can trigger, like frustration, discouragement, or self-doubt. Emotions are temporary. When setbacks occur, people often experience negative emotions like anger, sadness, or anxiety. Remind viewers that these feelings are temporary and don't define their abilities. The key is to not allow emotions to control your behavior or decisions. Acknowledge your emotions, but don't let them dictate your next steps. Self-compassion versus self-criticism. Teach your viewers the importance of practicing self-compassion. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to beat yourself up. However, negative self-talk only prolongs the setback and makes recovery harder. Instead, encourage viewers to talk to themselves the way they would talk to a friend, kindly and supportively. Move into protocol and flamboyant agents of resting place and looking it. View setbacks as opportunities. Encourage viewers to reframe setbacks as learning experiences. Ask them to identify what they can learn from the situation. What went wrong? What could be done differently next time? This mindset helps to transform failures into valuable lessons. Instead of focusing on what didn't work, focus on what you can do moving forward. Ask yourself, what's the next small step I can take to get back on track? This helps to maintain momentum and reduce feelings of overwhelm. 2. Break goals into smaller steps. Take small actions. When facing a setback, it's easy to feel like your big goals are out of reach. Instead, break your larger goal into small, manageable steps. Achieving these smaller steps will help you regain confidence and motivation. Even a tiny win can provide the boost needed to continue. Celebrate small wins. Celebrating small victories during tough times reinforces progress and helps maintain focus. Each small success is a reminder that you're on the right path. 3. Develop a contingency plan. Prepare for setbacks. Encourage viewers to anticipate potential challenges and create a contingency plan. What will you do if things don't go according to plan? Having a strategy for overcoming obstacles helps to prevent overwhelm and gives you a clear course of action when difficulties arise. Flexibility is key. Flexibility is essential when navigating setbacks. Encourage your viewers to adjust their plans when necessary. If one approach isn't working, be willing to pivot and try a new strategy without giving up entirely. Embrace the failure and remain open to possibilities. Is a little bit too hard on spirit, you told me. Own your mistakes. It's important to take responsibility for your actions and the role you played in the setback. This empowers you to make adjustments and grow. However, remind viewers not to dwell on the mistakes or beat themselves up. Taking responsibility means learning from the past and then letting go of the guilt and moving forward. Avoid blame. Avoid externalizing blame or making excuses. Taking responsibility and maintaining a growth mindset ensures that setbacks don't lead to self-pity, but rather constructive action. How to stay motivated after a setback. This section explores how to reignite motivation after a setback. Reconnect with your why. One of the most effective ways to stay motivated after a setback is to reconnect with the deeper reasons why you started in the first place. What's the purpose behind your goal? Reflect on the bigger picture and how achieving your goal will positively impact your life. Visualize your success. Visualization can be a powerful tool to reignite motivation. Spend time imagining how it will feel when you overcome the current setback and achieve your goal. Visualization strengthens resolve and helps to shift focus away from temporary obstacles. Focus on progress, not perfection. Perfectionism can lead to disappointment, especially when setbacks occur. Encourage viewers to shift their focus from perfection to progress. Even if things don't go perfectly, any step forward is progress. Celebrate that progress rather than fixating on perfection. Use positive affirmations. Positive self-talk can help rebuild confidence and motivation after setbacks. Encourage viewers to use affirmations that reinforce their strength and resilience. For example, I am capable of overcoming challenges. Or, every setback is a setup for my comeback. Building resilience for the future. In this section, discuss how to build long-term resilience so that setbacks don't derail future efforts. 1. Cultivate emotional resilience. Develop emotional awareness. Resilient people are aware of their emotions and understand how to regulate them. Practice mindfulness, meditation, or journaling to become more emotionally aware and better equipped to handle future setbacks. Self-regulation. Encourage your viewers to practice self-regulation techniques such as deep breathing, pausing before reacting, or taking a short break when emotions run high. These techniques help to keep emotional responses in check and prevent impulsive decisions in the heat of the moment. 2. Rebuild confidence. Learn from past successes and challenges they've already overcome. This boosts their confidence and reinforces the idea that they can handle future setbacks. Reflecting on their resilience will help them trust their ability to persevere. Take action. Confidence is built through consistent action. Encourage viewers to take small steps toward their goals every day, even if they don't feel ready. Each step forward reinforces the belief that they are capable of achieving great things. 3. Create a support system. Surround yourself with positivity. A strong support system can help you through tough times. Encourage your viewers to surround themselves with people who believe in their potential, who offer encouragement, and who can help them stay focused on their goals. Accountability partners. Having someone to hold you accountable can make a huge difference in staying on track. Whether it's a friend, coach, or colleague, accountability partners offer motivation, advice, and a sense of responsibility. Conclusion. The power of perseverance. Wrap up this chapter by emphasizing the importance of perseverance. Remember, setbacks aren't failures. They are simply part of the process. The most successful people in the world didn't avoid setbacks. They learned how to overcome them and keep moving forward. Every time you face a challenge and choose to persist, you grow stronger and more resilient. Reframe the setback as a lesson, as an opportunity for growth, and as part of your journey. Your ability to recover and keep moving forward will define your success. Encourage progress over perfection. Focus on your progress, and remember, every small step counts. Celebrate the effort, and don't be afraid to pivot or adjust your plans when needed. Success isn't about being perfect, it's about consistently moving forward, no matter what. Tease the next chapter. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to stay motivated over the long haul and maintain momentum when things get tough. Stay tuned for strategies to help you keep your fire burning. This chapter equips your viewers with both the mindset and practical tools needed to overcome setbacks and stay on track toward their goals. By learning how to bounce back from failures and build resilience, they will be better prepared for the challenges that lie ahead and ensure that their path to success remains steady and focused. Chapter 7. Advanced Strategies for Mastering Self-Discipline, a Tradition. Going beyond basics. In this chapter, we move beyond basic self-discipline techniques and dive into more advanced strategies that can help you master self-discipline and take your productivity and achievements to extraordinary levels. Mastering self-discipline is a continuous journey, and once you've implemented the basic practices, you need to refine and optimize your approach. Advanced strategies are designed to sharpen your focus, increase efficiency, and build lasting success. 1. The power of the 80/20 principle. Introduced the 80/20 principle, one of the most effective tools for improving focus and productivity. What is the 80/20 principle? This principle suggests that 80% of your results come from 20% of your effort. By focusing on the most impactful activities, you can dramatically improve efficiency. How to apply it? Identify the top 20% of tasks or actions that will drive the most significant results toward your goal. Eliminate or minimize time spent on tasks that fall into the other 80% that contribute less to your progress. Example: if you're working on a project, identify the key tasks that will move the project forward and prioritize those over less critical tasks. Key action step: encourage viewers to identify and prioritize their most valuable activities, spending more time on what really moves the needle toward their ultimate goals. 2. The power of focused time blocks. In this section, discuss the importance of deep, focused work. What is deep work? Deep work is the concept of working in long, uninterrupted blocks of time on cognitively demanding tasks. The term was coined by author Cal Newport, and it refers to a type of focused work where distractions are minimized. Allowing you to operate at peak cognitive performance, use techniques like the Pomodoro technique, working in 25-minute blocks followed by a 5-minute break, or longer periods of deep work to maximize focus. During these periods, eliminate all distractions, turn off your phone, close unnecessary tabs, and let others know you're not available while deep work matters. This strategy helps to achieve more in less time and produces higher quality results because you're working at your highest capacity without interruptions. Key: advise viewers to plan their day by blocking off time for deep work, ensuring that during these times they are free from distractions and fully focused on the task at hand. 3. Habit stacking for exponential growth. This strategy involves taking advantage of existing habits to build new ones more easily. What is habit stacking? Habit stacking is the process of pairing a new habit with an already established habit. This creates a trigger so the new habit feels more natural to incorporate into your daily routine. How to use habit stacking. Identify a habit you already do automatically, brushing your teeth, making coffee in the morning. Attach a new habit immediately after it. For example, after I brush my teeth, I will write down 3 things I'm grateful for. Or, after my morning coffee, I will plan my day. Why it works? Habit stacking takes advantage of your brain's natural pattern-making tendencies. Once your brain associates the new habit with an already ingrained habit, it's easier to stick to the new behavior. Key action step: encourage viewers to identify 2 or 3 habits they already have, and then stack a new habit on top of each one. This builds self-discipline without overloading the routine. 4. The importance of systems over goals. Shift the focus from goals to systems, which help to make progress sustainable. Goals versus systems. While goals are the end result you want to achieve, systems are the daily actions and habits that will help you achieve those goals. James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, emphasizes that systems are the key to continuous improvement. Why systems matter. A goal without a system is often unachievable. You might have the motivation to reach your goal, but without a consistent system in place, progress can stall. A system, however, builds momentum through consistent action and keeps you on track even when motivation wanes. Example: if your goal is to run a marathon, the system involves running regularly, following a training schedule, eating right, and ensuring proper rest. How to build systems? Start by identifying the daily habits and behaviors that will support your goal. Break your goal down into manageable steps and commit to those systems daily. Key action step. Ask your viewers to shift their mindset from focusing solely on goals to implementing systems that lead to sustainable incremental progress toward those goals. 5. Visualization involves mentally rehearsing your goals, and the power of visualization is incredibly powerful for challenges, detraction, and stay disciplined in their efforts. How to visualize effectively? Set aside time daily to visualize the successful completion of your goals. Everything takes too long. Discards been scattered. Scattered, discarded, 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 discarded. Imagine yourself going through each step of the process, from overcoming obstacles to achieving the end result. Focus on the emotions, senses, and feelings you'll experience as you succeed. Why visualization works. This technique helps strengthen your resolve by creating a strong mental image of success. It builds confidence and prepares your mind to take the necessary actions to achieve your goals. Exercise 7. Encourage your viewers to integrate a daily visualization practice. They should take 5 to 10 minutes each day to mentally rehearse their success and the steps they will take to get there. 6. Leveraging accountability and peer influence, the influence of others can play a critical role in maintaining discipline. Accountability partners. Partnering with someone who holds you accountable significantly increases your chances of staying disciplined. When you know someone is tracking your progress, you're more likely to follow through on your commitments. Group accountability. If an individual partner is not feasible, consider joining a group with similar goals. The collective commitment and support provide a sense of responsibility to others. Why peer influence works. Humans are social creatures, and we tend to conform to the norms and expectations of the people around us. Being part of a group or having a mentor can elevate your standards and expectations for yourself. Key action steps. Advise your viewers to find an accountability partner or join a group with similar goals. Regularly check in with them to keep on track and stay motivated. 7. Overcoming self-sabotage through mindset shifts. Self-sabotage is a common barrier to achieving self-discipline, but it can be overcome with mindset shifts. What is self-sabotage? Self-sabotage occurs when you unknowingly undermine your own efforts, often due to fear of failure or imposter syndrome. Overcoming it with mindset shifts. Growth mindset. Replace a fixed mindset, the belief that your abilities are static, with a growth mindset, the belief that you can improve through effort and learning. Reframe failure as a reflection of your ability. View it as feedback that helps you improve. Failure is an essential part of the learning process, so celebrate progress. Don't wait until your goal is fully achieved to celebrate. Celebrate the progress you've made, which will help to reinforce positive behavior. Key action step. Help your viewers identify self-sabotaging behaviors and replace them with positive actions and a growth-oriented mindset. Encouragement and celebrating small wins are essential to overcoming this barrier. Conclusion. Mastery through consistency and refinement. Wrap up the chapter by reinforcing that mastering self-discipline is a lifelong process. Self-discipline isn't something you master overnight. It's about refining your habits, optimizing your systems, and constantly pushing yourself to stay disciplined while being flexible when things don't go as planned. By applying these advanced strategies, you can elevate your self-discipline to new heights and consistently perform at your best. Commit to the journey. Remember that self-discipline is a journey of continuous learning and adaptation. Even when setbacks occur, your ability to refine and optimize your strategy will determine how quickly you recover and how far you can go. In the final chapter, we'll explore how to sustain self-discipline for the long term, ensuring that you don't just succeed in the short run, but continue to thrive and grow for years to come. Stay tuned. This chapter introduces advanced strategies to level up your self-discipline, from the 80/20 principle to mental rehearsal and systems thinking. These tools empower viewers to optimize their daily routines, overcome barriers, and master self-discipline for extraordinary long-term success. Conclusion. The path to mastery through consistency and optimization. Reflect on the journey so far. Mastering self-discipline is not about perfection, it's about consistency. Throughout this book, we've explored foundational principles, habits, and techniques that can significantly improve your ability to stay disciplined, focused, and productive. But as we've seen, achieving greatness doesn't come from occasional bursts of effort, it comes from daily, consistent action. Emphasize the idea that mastering self-discipline is a dynamic, ongoing process. Even after implementing the advanced strategies discussed, self-discipline remains a practice that requires continual refinement and adaptation. Advanced strategies for the long term. Now that you've learned how to apply advanced strategies like the 80/20 principle, time blocking, habit stacking, and leveraging accountability, the real magic happens when you begin to make them a natural part of your daily life. These advanced tools aren't just for short-term bursts of productivity. They are designed to set you up for long-term mastery and success. Key takeaways from Advanced Strategies 1. The 80/20 principle of building back glass attitudes. Focus on the most impactful tasks that will drive your results and eliminate distractions that don't serve your goals. This principle allows you to maximize your productivity and concentrate your efforts where it counts most. Actionable tip. Regularly assess your goals and identify the 20% of tasks that give you the biggest return. Prioritize these in your daily schedule. 2 deep work and time blocks. By eliminating distractions and focusing deeply on a single task, you tap into your highest levels of productivity. You create space to accomplish more in less time, reducing stress and increasing the quality of your work. Actionable tip. Set aside specific blocks of uninterrupted time each day for deep work. Protect these times fiercely to ensure that you maintain focus on high-priority tasks. 3. Habit stacking. Linking new habits to existing ones makes it easier to build and sustain positive behaviors. You don't need to reinvent the wheel every time you want to change. Instead, you can use your current habits as leverage. Actionable tip. Look at the habits you already do automatically and attach new, beneficial actions immediately afterward. This creates a seamless routine and improves the likelihood of success. 4. Systems over goals. Goals are important, but without the right systems in place, they are nothing more than wishful thinking. Systems are the daily actions and habits that will inevitably lead to long-term results. Action item. Eliminate old systems. Eliminate vague habits that will inevitably lead to long-term progress. Tip. Shift your mindset from "I want to achieve X" to "What daily systems can I put in place that will get me to X?" Build your routines and actions around the systems, not just the gold-finding antidote. By imagining yourself overcoming challenges and achieving success, you train your mind to stay focused and motivated. Actionable tip. Dedicate time each day to visualize your success and mentally rehearse the process of achieving your goals. Imagine every step of the journey and feel the emotions that come with accomplishing your dreams. 6. Adaptability and peer influence. Surrounding yourself with supportive, like-minded individuals who hold you accountable is a powerful tool for maintaining discipline. Positive peer pressure can help keep you motivated and on track. Actionable tip: find an accountability partner or group that shares your values and goals. Check in regularly to review your progress, celebrate successes, and strategize for improvement. Mastery of self-discipline is a lifelong journey. It's about refining your habits, learning from your mistakes, and constantly optimizing your strategies. The tools you've learned in this chapter are powerful, but they require consistency. They will only become habits through repeated application. Just as a muscle grows stronger through continual training, so too will your self-discipline through constant practice. Self-discipline is not an all-or-nothing proposition. There will be days of struggle, but that's part of the process. The key is to keep going, learn from the setbacks, and continue refining your strategies. Final encouragement for long-term success. Don't let moments of weakness or failure discourage you. Every time you make a mistake or fall off track, you are given a chance to learn and grow stronger. The true test of self-discipline is not how often you succeed, but how many times you rise after falling. Next steps for your journey, now that you've been armed with these advanced strategies, the next step is to start applying them. Take small, consistent actions every day, and over time, you'll look back and see how much you've grown. Self-discipline is the foundation of all achievement, and mastering it will open doors to limitless possibilities in every area of your life. Practical. Challenge set. A goal to implement one of the advanced strategies you've learned this week, whether it's creating time blocks for deep work or habit stacking. Start with just one strategy and track your progress. By focusing on incremental improvement, you'll build momentum that will carry you forward. Look ahead. This book has provided you with the tools, techniques, and mindset to master self-discipline. In the next stage of your journey, you'll continue to refine these skills. Remember, the path to mastering self-discipline is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Stay committed to the process and your success will follow. Final thought. Mastering self-discipline is one of the most powerful things you can do in your life. With it, you can achieve things that once seemed impossible. But it requires practice, patience, and persistence. The strategies in this book are just the beginning. Your journey has only just begun. Embrace the process, and remember that with self-discipline, anything is possible. This conclusion reinforces the idea that self-discipline is a continual process of learning, application, and refinement. By encouraging viewers to take immediate action and apply these advanced strategies consistently, you inspire them to stay committed to mastering self-discipline over the long term and achieve extraordinary success.